What's up, guys, and welcome back to my tiny fish room. My name is Jared, and behind me is a 125-gallon tank, and it needs another upgrade. So let's get right into today's video. All right, welcome back, everybody. Hope you had a good Halloween. Hope you got lots of candy. Hope your stomach hurts from all the candy that you ate. Today we're gonna try and solve two problems. First problem being that the fish are pretty fat. Which ain't necessarily a bad thing, but you know, healthy would be better than obese. Number two, aggression. We'll say three things then, because it does help reduce aggression. Lazy fish, tired fish are gonna fight less. But the third thing is there's a lot of gunk that builds up at the bottom of the tank that I'm constantly having to vacuum out because it doesn't get pushed around over to the filters to get sucked up and circulated through it. So we have our good friends Hygger sent us another product, and today we're going to be unboxing that, installing it, and saying how it works. Hopefully it'll help us solve our problem. Without further ado, let's take a look at it. And by we, let me move the camera. That's what I mean. English is my first language, by the way. Hi. All right, boom, there you have it. The Hygger DC Pro Aquarium Wavemaker. It's for up to 151 gallons, I believe. And it's a 12-watt Wavemaker. Let's get into this thing and see what we got. The last product that Hygger sent me was that heater. Still running in the 125-gallon tank, still doing a great job. So let's take a look at this thing and see what we got here. Right off the bat, I do want to say again that Hygger does a great job of packaging. I mean, the things I've received so far are done really well. Instructions, really easy, clear to read. If you don't know how to use the Wavemaker, it's really easy to figure it out. And trust me, I will be reading those here shortly. Oftentimes I just look for pictures, sometimes I have to actually read. We'll see what grade I'm in today. Alright, some nice clean packaging. Alright, so we have here the actual Wavemaker. Heavy duty magnet. Oh, super strong freaking magnet. Let's go. There's the Wavemaker itself. Adjustable. You can see the blade inside there. Very cool. Dude, I will say that Hygger has really well-made products. I mean, for the price point, the quality of the builds is really nice. Heavy duty cord. Here's our power supply. Looks pretty good. Looks plenty long. We should be able to make this thing as long as we want to. And then last but not least, this is all very cool and unique to me, because I usually don't have this kind of stuff. We have another freaking digital display from Hygger, which will read out how fast, how long we want to run this thing. We're gonna go ahead and just peel that off right now. Ooh, satisfying. Okay, great. That is sick. Sweet. And it has a spot or a case that you can mount to the tank, so that way your little remote control can just slide right into there, like so. Oh, I got stuck on the cord, but yeah, very cool, man. So the 125-gallon tank is getting just upgraded left and right. Let's move over to installing this thing and have a look, see what we get out of it. The goal really is to get that stuff to move over to that pump, to move up into there and get cleaned out. So let's get this thing installed and see what we can do with it. All right, guys, here we go again. Good old Jared trying to figure out how to put something on my freaking fish tank. Big shout out to Hygger. Big thank you to you guys. I love the collaboration. Appreciate the products you've been sending me. They've been working great so far, and can't wait to see what we get to work on next together. But let's jump right into trying to figure out how to install a Wavemaker. This is my first real Wavemaker. I've never installed one, so. Oh, and before I get started, I'm gonna ditch the watch before I burn another one. I was able to fix my other watch, but still, it's not cool. Okay, so big giant magnet and a cord, which we still gotta do some cable maintenance over here from our heater. And because that's the case, I think I'm gonna install this guy right near the heater just to suck up the warm water that's coming up and push it out and towards the pump. I think the lower the better for my situation. So let's pull that crazy magnet off, put that right there. You never want your magnets to slap together, by the way, when you're installing it, and I'll show you what I mean. You want them to just slide really nice and gently to one another, so that way the glass isn't getting hit or impacted in any way, if that makes sense. And I do love the fact that it's on a magnet, because it'll be 10 times stronger than if it was on just a suction cup. But we're gonna stick this guy in here. And well, we want to be on this side of the light, I suppose. Once we get it in there roughly where we want it, we're going to take our magnet over here and we're going to slowly but surely slide it into place. Once we get it close, it'll suck itself down, and boom, just like that, we have our first piece installed, aimed roughly in the right direction. We're going to have to make some adjustments to that, I'm sure. I can't find a towel. What the heck? Oh, right in front of my face. Okay, so part A, we got that into the tank. So let's go take a look what I'm talking about. So we have our heavy big magnet that's actually on this side of the glass, and then our Wavemaker on the inside. Currently it's aimed down to help push material to the pump, but you can aim it up to help actuate the water, create more oxygen. But for our purpose, it's going to be to help keep the tank clean. So that's how we did it. And you can rotate your magnet, which I'm going to do, so it says your brand names and stuff nice and neat. And we're also going to install the other piece right here. I'm just going to keep all the electronics in one spot, easy to see, easy to read. So I think I already saw in the box the little sticky things that we used last time for this heater from Hygger. So let's throw that on there, stick it on the glass. Let's turn this thing on and see what it does. I'm pretty excited, guys, not gonna lie. Okay, so I think the power source and the Wavemaker go into the junction box, and that's kind of like where everything is going to split from. Oh yeah, cool. So we got another sticky pad. I don't know what you're gonna call that thing. Call it what you want to call it. But it's the thing that sticks to the case here, not to the actual junction box, but it's just going to stick on like that. And we're just going to install that on the back of this case. And this case is what we're going to install on the tank. This remote is separate, I guess, in case you want to pull it back. You can actually make the adjustments while you're seeing it in real time instead of having to stand on one side or the other, then go back and forth. That's kind of a nice feature. That's cool. So let's get this thing onto the tank. Make sure it's onto the case really good. Sorry, I had to check and see if my microphone was working. Sometimes forget to put that thing on. We'll slide this guy over. And we want the screens to be around the same level, so we're gonna go about right there. Hopefully that doesn't interfere with anything. I'm just gonna check it really quick. Slides in just like that. Both digital readouts are pretty level across the board right there, so that's pretty nice. So now we're gonna have to figure out, here is our heater plug-in, which is gonna go to this outlet right here, and this will only plug in one way, I'm sure. Yep. Just line up those two tabs and then go ahead and screw it down. It does screw down pretty far. So once it's plugged in all the way, it does screw down all the way to the bottom. And it does actually have 2 arrows on the top, which show you that you're in the right direction. So, see if we can get it in the light, but there's an arrow right there, and there's an arrow right there indicating how to line them up. So, now that we got the Wavemaker installed into the junction box, let's get some power to it. So, last but not least, we have this power source. It's got this little plug right here, which will go to the bottom of the junction right next to where the heater plugged in. But we might have to play a little game of where do we want to plug in what? I'm not sure. Oh, wait a minute. We do have an empty slot. I'd really like to move this. We're gonna move this guy, which is our heater, to a spot further back on the outlet strip. Some of these outlets are really tight, which is great. It's a nice fit, but sometimes it's hard to squeeze them in. So I buy these 12 strip outlets, I'll show you, and they're about $20 from Harbor Freight, and they work great. It's right there, runs along the back of the tank back there, you can see, and has 12 outlets, works really well. So as long as you can run it in your house without blowing a breaker, it's a good little buy if you have a lot of stuff to plug in, or an office to build, or something along them lines. Okay, so power's plugged in. We moved it so we could use the very end since it's such a big power thing. Okay, now this guy, I think this just plugs into there. And just like that, instantly, we got some flow. Okay. I don't know how to set it, but it's moving some water, so let's move you guys over there to have a look at it. The fish are very curious. Alright, so this is the step where I'm going to take a review at the directions. You guys enjoy the show. I'll time lapse through this part. Alright, so I'm just going through the modes right now. My fish are getting pushed. It's a pretty heavy current that we're creating. You can see everything getting stirred up and pushed to the other side. So this is exactly what we were hoping this would do. It's also going to chum up whatever gets sucked into it, which will make it easier for the filter. But you can see, I believe that mode 3 is a little too much. Maybe, I don't know. It looks like a lot. So let's try mode 4. Shirley's fighting the current. And then, okay. Oh, so we can literally turn down revolutions per minute, I'm assuming. All right, so now we slowed it down to 75 revolutions per minute. And that looks pretty good. Maybe we'll go up to 80. All right, there you have it. we have us a Wavemaker. Very cool. All right, now we got to figure out master icon. All right, so mode 4 we're going to set to 80. Mode 5 is 80. Mode 1 we're going to set to 100. This one will be the heavy one that we use for helping clean out. This is going to create a lot more flow. That's pushing a lot of water. You can see that plant right there. It's just pushed down from the current. Then let's go mode 2, we'll turn it down to 90. So we'll have mode 1, 2, and 3. And let's put it on mode 2, 90. Let's see what else we got. Alright guys, so this is freaking cool. You have several different modes. You have from 30 revolutions per minute all the way up to 100 revolutions per minute. And this thing is sweet. So it shows you the different things. So M1 is constant, M2 is like not constant. And so they each do different things. Like M4 is pretty erratic. So on M2 it's like pulsing. M5 is kind of on off. So that's pretty neat. So each one of those is telling you what it does. And you can see it whenever you switch it. Not switch it, but whenever you look at the blade. Well, you guys are going for a ride. But you can see it, what it's doing in there. I don't know if the camera will pick it up or not. But the blade itself, the propeller, based on which mode you have it in, doing different things. Like here, mode 5, on, off. See it spinning, then turning off. Then mode 1 is just constant. Mode 2 is heavy and low load, so it's creating a wave, but it's constantly spinning. And then wave 3, M3, is a steady constant. This is cool. So yeah, now we have really nice setup right here for the 125. It's going to help us clean a lot of that gunk out. It already made the water completely cloudy. In worst case scenario, it's going to push it all into one particular spot that we'll be able to vacuum it up, making life a lot easier. Man, that's cool. Hygger hooking it up. So one more time I want to show you guys. Hygger DC Pro Aquarium Wavemaker. And just like last time guys, you will see my review of this product on their website and how I think it performs. And I can tell you right now, it's doing a wonderful job. It is sucking up those long freaking stringy turds from the Placos, chopping them up and spitting them out. And everything is getting pushed this way. And I think we're going to end up with a pile that we can vacuum right there, which will always be right there. Nice and easy to clean up. And then we will also turn up the speed on the Wavemaker, just so that way we can get these fish some exercise. They will have to swim against the current now, which is going to force them to move a little bit more and hopefully be a little less grumpy. Alright guys, that's going to be a wrap on today's video. Big shout out to Hygger for sending me some products. The heater's working great. The Wavemaker looks great. It's working exactly how I wanted it to. So that's awesome. And yeah, I can't thank you guys enough. I love collaborating with you guys and can't wait to see what we get to work on next. If you guys like what you see, please hit that subscribe button. We're at 435, 436 subscribers. The channel's growing very quickly. Can't thank you guys enough. I love making these videos. I love talking to you guys on the web. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. YouTube thinks you're gonna like this video right here. And right here is the other Hygger video that we worked on. And you guys can check out the heater. Great products. Thanks again for watching. See you on the next one. Peace out. Well, bye.